welcome back to my channel, Thrive, Don't Survive. We have here the stunning Camila Lepere, my friend here. Can you please introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Camila Lepere, Bolivian. I have 28 years old. I came to America in 2019. And I don't know, I'm a podcaster, a model. I'm working in a multi-level marketing company. So I'm doing a lot of things.
Yeah, I love that. That's how we met. We actually work at the same multi-level company that is actually like sustainable, vegan, and good products that you can use, and they're like good for you. They don't have chemicals, and it's like really nice to work for things that are healthy.
Yeah, now like when everything is so dirty,
Yeah,
it's
I know, right? Anyways, so you have been in America for how long, and how has been your journey here?
5 years ago, actually, on August 30, it's my anniversary, my new
Okay.
birthday. So this year was 5 years already. My English is like a 5 years old kid or maybe less. Because when I came to America, I had a lot of issues with the English. I didn't speak at all. Actually,
Wow.
in high school in my country, I had such a mean teacher. And she put that on me, that limited belief, like I cannot speak.
Yeah.
So when I moved to America, I say like, hello, bye, coffee and donut, please. That's it. And actually it took me like a year to know the difference of yes and if.
Wow.
I didn't know that for me, if was yes anyway, like I didn't know like all that details about English. So it took me like a year for me to say, okay, I need to learn English. I can learn and I will speak English I don't think like a native, but I do my best.
That's awesome. Your English is really good. So that's very impressive. And I love that you talk about limiting beliefs, because that's a thing that we talk about in this podcast a lot. And it's so like empowering to go from believing that you can't do it to now being great at it. And I believe that you're married to an American person, right?
Yeah. Actually, it's in a month. It's my first anniversary with American. He doesn't speak Spanish at all. A
Wow.
little bit. He say poquito. That's it. But I think my English improved every day a little bit more
Yeah.
because I'm learning a lot. Now I have better exposition, TV on English. People around me is all they speak just on English. So that's make the way to learn easier.
Yeah, that makes a lot of progress. That's true. And that's so important. Like once you do it, you're fearful, you're never gonna do it. But once you start doing it and just putting in the reps, and then that's how you
Yeah.
get better. But it's not like, okay, I'm gonna start to learn English and then I'm gonna be amazing at it, because that's just not how it works.
But let me tell you, like, it's something like that because I remember I was working in a grocery store and like in the deli department. I
Hmm.
was working in the kitchen inside without exposition. I didn't need English because the people who was teaching me was
Hmm.
Latin, so they explained me everything on Spanish. But
Yeah.
then the manager say, Camila, you have to try to be outside. Maybe you can make sandwiches. I said,
Mm.
why not? Was difficult at the beginning because just I knew like tomato, lettuce, all the ingredients and
Yes.
kind of bread. That's it. When people say something more than what I knew at that moment, it was like, oh my God, what is that? And
Mhm.
somebody have to help me.
Yeah.
So I think I was there when I say I need to learn. I want to learn. And when you change your mind, everything is you can see the progress pretty fast.
That is true. It depends. Some people are more intelligent in some things. Like for me, it's very easy to pick up a language. For other people, it's like they spend a lifetime there and they still have a thick accent and stuff like that. But that is true. We can change our attitudes for anything, and then it just you can hate something, and then the next day it's like, oh, that's my favorite thing, and I'm gonna marry an American, and I'm just gonna speak English every day.
I know, yeah. But what I learned in this journey is usually the people around you, if it's American, they will not make any judgment
Yeah, for sure.
about you. They will try to understand what you say.
Yeah.
Some people, like when I receive bad comments, usually it's from Latin people,
Mm-hmm.
and say, why? But not always, it's not general, but at least 10% of people is mean in that way.
Yeah, I think that's very cultural too, where, in Venezuela, I'm Venezuelan, and so in Venezuela, it's basically it's part of the culture to bully. And it's like, yeah, but you'll get thick skin and you're gonna be fine, and that's how you grow. And it's like, no, I can grow without that. Like, just stop doing that. If you don't have anything good to say, just don't say it. Unless I can change it in 30 seconds, like I have something in my teeth or something like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I love that. I
Yeah,
would say the same thing. Like if the person can change that in 30 seconds or less, great. Say it. If not,
exactly.
keep quiet. Like when people say something like, "Oh, you're fat," what can I do now? Leave me
Exactly.
alone. Oh, when you will have kids, like you don't know what issues I'm having now, or why I
Exactly.
don't have kids now.
Yes.
So, but I think it's like as you say, like it's culture.
Yeah, yeah. And it doesn't come from a mean place, but they don't think about how we're gonna feel. So they
Exactly.
have to be more careful, that's for sure. So I know that you come from like the beauty business and like being a miss, and now that we're talking about like cultural shocks and all that. So how did that impact you? How was your experience in that world?
Was a lot. Like now I realize I have some traumas from
Hmm.
that time, well, back then.
Yes.
And it's weird because I didn't think about that before, but
Hmm.
now I started like 3 years ago doing a lot of therapy to fix some issues,
Hmm.
deal with like all the pain that you have about your migration journey.
Yeah.
So I realized I have some issues about that.
Yes.
I don't know how I will feel about all this stuff happening in America because, as you know, like I went in beauty pageant in my country. I was Miss Bolivia. Then I worked on TV for a few years. My last work was being an anchor on the news on
Nice.
the best time, like 9 p.m., 8, 9
Mhm.
p.m. So
Prime
I
time.
was like a star, you know? And
Nice.
then I came to America. I worked in a gym, cleaning restrooms, in
Mhm.
moving companies, housekeeping, nanny. I did like 40 different things, you
Yeah.
know? But when you open your mind to say, okay, I will do something different, I start working on myself, I start doing therapy, then I took classes to do like better manifesting or stuff
Love it.
around.
Yes.
So is when my life changed,
Nice.
really.
Love that. I love that. Yes, I feel like that is such a huge thing that impacts you where you're a star, you're already, up here, up the ladder. That happened to me too. I was like the manager at an ad agency, like the top of what I could do as a producer, as a film producer. And then you migrate and it's like you have to start from scratch. And that's an identity crisis because you feel worthless. You feel like you're not good enough and that everything that you went through and all your experience was for nothing. And it's hard. We have PTSD from that and we don't realize it,
Exactly. No,
right?
but you know what? And now I think it's it's so difficult because you have Instagram, social media, and it's like, okay, you had like a shift of 10 hours doing something like you don't like it. Any work, it's okay if it's a work, you know, it's como se
Mhm.
dice, like it's fine to do whatever you have to do to live. It's okay.
Yeah.
But of course, it's better when you do something like you love.
Yes.
So when I was doing stuff here was like, I don't know, like I really like kids. So when I was nanny, I really enjoyed that. I learned a lot of English there too with the kid, but was like I was not like happy not
Mm-hmm.
truly happy. I was happy, but not truly happy.
Yeah.
And then I went in my phone and I saw girls from my age in my country doing like, I don't know, Paris, trip, vacation, everything. I said, what happened, God?
Yeah.
Why you fall asleep with me? You cannot hear me. I'm here.
Yeah.
Wake up. But now I understand the person who has to wake up was me.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. And that's like coming out of the victim mindset. It's like, why is this happening to me? As opposed to, let me just go and chase the things that I want instead of feeling sorry for myself.
exactly. But let me tell you something. I I had many issues, no? At the beginning was, hey God, why? Then was, okay, I understand, I have to learn something. Then is, okay, I learned already, change that, but nothing changed. And then is when you say, okay, what next? When? Tell me, no? When? So I can figure out my life. I think this year on, what is the rabbit holiday? I forgot.
Yeah, the egg one. I don't
Yeah, that one.
Pascua.
Pascua. I don't know in English. I realized I was mad with God again.
You were what?
I
Sorry?
was mad with God.
Mad?
Mad. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, with God. Okay, gotcha. Yes.
but I didn't realize until like that day because I was doing my makeup and I started putting like songs like for God, like when you say like it's kind of a pray, but it's music. I don't know what is the name exactly for that in English. But
Mhm.
I start crying. I say, why I'm crying? I have to do my makeup. I have to go for lunch with my family. And then it's like I like somebody talked to me and say, oh, now you feel bad because you was mad with him. And
Mm,
you was trying to saying everything, oh, the universe is doing all this for me. But the universe is God. And then, of course, I cry more because I say, oh my God, the last year is when the best things are happening to me. And I was mad with God and I didn't know. So
mhm.
we have to be careful with that
Yeah.
and be pretty conscious about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that is true. And why did you move to America if you were having a good time and thriving and having a good career in Bolivia?
Because was a good time when you see myself in cameras, but Bolivia is having tough time,
Mm,
Venezuela.
yeah.
So the channel where I was working was in such a huge money issues. So
Mm,
they never pay.
oh,
I
wow.
went there for 6 months. They never pay. And actually I quit the job because I was about to have a stroke
Yeah.
because the stress was so high. The atmosphere was so
Atmosphere.
toxic. It was insane.
Yeah.
So at some point, I quit for that. The doctor told me, okay, Camila, you have to decide you want to have a long life or you want to die in a few months because like you're too young to have a stroke. But the
Wow.
stress, it's strong on you. So I
Yeah.
said, okay, I quit the job. You know was I don't know, weird, but my last day on TV was on July 19.
Okay.
July? Yeah, July 19. And 2 days before, my grandpa called me and he said, Camila, we have to talk. I say, what are you going to talk about what? And he said, no, I let you know on Sunday, because every Sunday I have a lunch with my grandpa. Now he's dead, but he passed
Oh, I'm
away.
sorry.
But the funny thing is, I say, I was that day, say, 2 days, yeah, the same day, I think, I don't remember how many days before he died. Like, but my last day or 2 days before, he says something like, we have to talk. I said, no, if you don't tell me about what, I don't want to talk with you. I will not go on Sunday to have lunch with you. So finally, we was like a funny fight, whatever. He never told me about what. And the next day, he had a stroke and he died.
Oh my God.
But my aunt, my grandma, my mom, he said he was super excited because I quit my job. He knew that not for me because somebody else told him.
Mm,
One of the message of my aunt, he said, oh, my mom back then was already here in America, in California. So he said he was super excited because you quit the job, and I think he will let you know, like, oh, he wanna like you go with your mom to America.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
my English going?
It's going good. It's going good. I understand. I think we all understand.
Hopefully the people around us too. Anyway,
Mhm.
so until now, I don't know what he wanna say at that point of the life. He died. Then my mom has a really tough time here because she was not able to say goodbye. She'd never back to Bolivia.
Yeah.
So I came to America and I decided to do my life here.
Yeah. Give it a shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what were like the hardest parts of migrating apart from the job situation where you were a star there and then you started doing anything here?
I At that point I didn't realize, but when you are pretty worried about what people will think about it. Yeah, because like now I don't have videos when I was working in a bakery or when I was in a truck doing moving in Googles or stuff like that because I was so shy to share.
Of
But I
course.
don't understand why I didn't record that for me in the future. And now when I want to share that, I would say, hey, this is my background and everything. It's nothing or a little bit, nothing important what I can share. So I think that was the most difficult thing when people from Bolivia say, hey, what you doing there? And you don't want to tell them, oh, I'm doing sandwiches in a grocery store.
Yeah, of course.
That's the most difficult part. But now I don't care. And actually, yesterday I went in a master class and the teacher said something like, we are always like worries about, oh, I'm going to like a network meeting or whatever. And you are so worried about, oh, but what they will think about me. What you care
Mhm.
about? You have to go, you have to do your best. And if people don't like you, it's because you don't have the same vibration and that's it. But now some people is pretty worried about what people think.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of cultural too, where like Latinos were a lot about like what other people think, and we would do things to just for our image and not for our sake. But once you
Exactly.
actually like validate yourself and you know what you are and what you're not, then it doesn't matter what other people think because it's not true and you know it's not true. So
Like
it's
my husband is free of that. He never
yeah.
think what people think. And he said, why are you worried about it? I said, you don't know, I'm from Bolivia. And they always are looking that.
Yes, yes, I feel you. That happens to me more in like a family thing. Like I don't care about other people, but in my family, it's like, and they're always like telling you negative thing. They don't do it for anything bad, but they think it's good for you. But it's like then all you think about is, okay, when I post the next thing or when I do the next thing, what are they gonna say and how are they gonna judge me? And they do. So sometimes you kind of like can cut that off. And it's like, I don't need your advice. I don't need your opinion. You can have it, but just don't tell me.
No, and you know what? The last time, and I feel like, oh, what people will say about it is because I really love multi-level marketing companies.
Yeah.
I tried when I was 18 years old.
Mhm.
But at the same time, my family was, oh no, like you cannot make it because
Yeah.
it's just basically that is a scam. That's
Hmm.
how you would make that. Okay, so I leave that option. But in April of this year, I tried with another company. I really love the company, the products, everything. I was so happy. But then when pharmacy, I can say that
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
okay. When I start with this new marketing level company on August, yeah, August was like kind of but what people will say about it. Oh, last month you was offering one and now you're in another one. But this one is better because it's makeup, is skincare, is nutrition. I
Yeah.
really love that. I'm doing my makeup every day. Like I, I don't know. Since I born, I play with my mom's makeup and the high heels and her
Mhm.
clothes. So I was always in this like Star Wars or like model stuff or lights, cameras, photo shoots.
Yeah.
So I say this is more for me. And my friend, one of pretty good friends, she said, "What you care about it? Like that is if you have to change the channel. You was being an anchor in one, and now you will be in another one. It's okay."
Yeah.
And I say. why not? And big stars from another companies, they make the same thing. Why you will not make it?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Exactly. And tell me more about how it changed you to do the manifestation course and what kind of things would you do?
That's a lot. That's a lot. And sometimes, you know what is the worst part is when you know you're doing wrong because you already did a lot and then you forgot like to be in that peaceful mindset and all that things you have to do, your right vibration, because of course we have a hard time. And I don't know if you saw the movie Eat, Pray, Love,
Yeah.
when she don't want to get with the Brazilian guy and the last part
Yes.
because she didn't want to change like what she is alone, because of course when you are with someone else, like everything, all your routine is gone, you cannot make the same things like before when I was single, I did every morning meditation, journaling,
Nice.
workout, like everything was so good.
Mhm.
But then when I got married, was difficult. Now I have two dogs, I have a husband, we have to do breakfast. His schedule is different to my schedule. So sometimes I cannot do like meditation in the beginning. So for
Mm.
me, it's pretty frustrated,
Frustrating. Yeah.
frustrating because I feel, oh, if I don't do the meditation this morning, this will not work today. The day will be wrong. And no, manifestation is not that. You have to
Yeah.
do a balance in the new life with your new time, what you can do to keep
Mhm.
your state of mindset
Yeah. Yeah.
right to doing more stuff and developing your new dreams, for saying like that. So when I learned meditation, they didn't teach me they didn't teach me like, oh, you have to change and you have to do a balance with all that.
Mm.
So I had for a few months hard time because
Mm-hmm.
what I mentioned, like I was not able to do my full routine. Now I'm doing again, but about like miracle mornings
Okay.
when you have like 16 to do like meditation, visualizations, writing, reading, and I forgot to workout and affirmations.
Ooh, very nice. I love
Yeah.
all those. I wouldn't do all those in the morning. Like I have them spread it out in the day. Like I read before bed so that I fall asleep and, don't look at the screen and stuff like that. But that looks like a lot. How long does it take you to do all that in the morning?
That is a good thing. A good friend of me, pretty close, she made like this challenge to do everything in an hour,
Okay.
10
Okay.
minutes of each. Of course, like the workout for me took me longer, it's an hour, but I'm not really fan of the workout yet. I'm
Hmm.
working on it. But this is something like I'm working because I really want to have like I'm training for Camila of the future. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get like that routine back on me because before I was doing CrossFit every day from Monday to Saturday. I was in really good shape. And now I'm like kind of lazy. But
Yes. Yes.
all
I
that,
think I think it's important to work out, but also like to find first something that you like and not something that you're doing like to punish yourself or to be skinny or, anything like that, but more like for your health, for your mental health, for your physical health, and that you can make it sustainable in time. Like, for example, for me, I used to hate going to the gym, and now I love going to the gym because that's the only time that I get out of my house, and it has a sauna, it has a steam room, it's like the icing on the cake. Like I just go just to be healthy, but also because of that, because at the end I have that treat and I love it. And so now it's like I changed my attitude, like you said at the beginning, and now I like to go to the gym because I know what it does for me and how it helps me. So yeah,
yeah,
that's
that is really good. I remember how I feel before when I was doing CrossFit every day and how I feel now. I'm trying to do more like every day, but not too long because I say I want to make the habit and then I go
yeah.
back to that. But at that point, when I started with CrossFit and all this healthy routine was in 2022 when I
Okay.
start with all this of the meditation and this new state of mindset.
Yeah.
But now I realize some stuff doesn't work anymore.
Mhm.
Sometimes was wrong, and don't believe everything you read on internet about it.
Yeah, that's very important. You have to do what works for you, not what you read everywhere. Yeah, that's very, very true. And how would you say that it changed you, like before going in that routine of like those healthy habits to be like the best version of yourself as opposed to before when you didn't do them?
I was pretty, I'm a Scorpio. So if I do everything or I don't do nothing.
Hmm.
So before I didn't have all this information.
Right.
I wake up, I do work, like I didn't take really care of myself. I was kind of mad about it. So sorry.
You're good. I see
Okay.
a dog.
Well, I was kind of mad of my routine at that point, but I didn't know because I was working 16 hours a day. I
Okay.
didn't have any energy to do nothing, but at least I did like 10,000 steps a day.
Okay.
So when I'm start looking new information about how you can change, I start doing like my bed every day.
Yes.
That was the first thing I did. Like I hate everything around, but my bed was I make my
Eat
bed.
everything around.
Yeah, exactly. Was I had difficult time at some point,
Yes.
but then when I start learning about this, was like, okay, I did numerology sessions to know
Okay.
like my
Yeah.
numbers and all that. That you unlock a lot of me. So then I did like human design, and
Nice.
I realized how I how I can do some stuff. Like now I understand why I open one book, I read 10 page, then I change to other book to another page, but that is my design. I mean, it's okay. I don't feel guilty about it anymore.
Yeah.
And I have more chance to finish the book because I don't feel bad about it.
Nice.
But before that, I didn't open the book because I knew I will not finish it. So all this is kind of tools. I don't know if that answer your questions. With all these new tools, I have a better version of me.
Okay. And like emotionally, would you say that before you were, I don't know, less regulated and this makes you more regulated, or like how is it different emotionally?
Emotionally, yeah, of course, because back then I was always mad or
Mm-hmm.
have reactions.
Active. Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's I have more control of myself. Uh,
Yes.
I can realize when it's Camila, when it's my ego, all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
My mind when I have that kind of nasty comments about something, I can say, hey, wait, cálmate. This is not that is not for forever. It's for few days. This is something will change.
Yeah.
Before I was like, oh my God, I will be here forever. What is it?
Mhm.
But everything is like for short times.
Yes.
So
Yes. I love that. I have a program that's called Emotional Freedom, and it's basically it teaches you all of those so that you can regulate your emotions and get out of that. And that's important too, like how you talk to yourself, your inner critic, and being self-aware, like knowing yourself. Okay, this is what I do when I get upset. This is what I do when I'm on my period. This is what I do when somebody touches this button that I don't like and I get triggered. So yeah, that's what I kind of like was curious about how it changed you in that sense, because all of those things I teach in my program. And it's basically that. Like I used to, for example, have road rage where I would get so upset at everyone when I was driving. Like the guy in front was so too slow, the guy behind was an asshole, and then it was like dang, dang, dang all the time. And like I would miss an exit and be like, oh my God, like, and now it's like automatic because you are putting those reps in your mind by meditating, by writing it down, journaling, affirmations, all that. It makes you be like more leveled and like less reactive and more patient. And it's almost automatic. Like you don't realize when it switches, but it switches, right?
no. Yeah, and you know what is funny? since I born, one of my grandma, she's a writer.
Yeah.
She loved it. And since I have memory, she always give me a notebook and a pen. And she say, Camila, you have to read everything every day. Whatever you want, you have to write so you have a memories. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm lazy for that. I don't have time for that. Like I remember always. Another thing she say, oh, you have to look in the mirror. It says, I'm smart, I'm beautiful, I'm kind, I'm all that stuff. And I say, oh
Yeah.
my God, this grandma is crazy. How would make that? Now I'm doing that every day.
Exactly.
I say, 2 years ago, it's like, oh my God, if I started doing this since my grandma told me when I was 6 years old, my life will be way easier.
Yeah.
Now I'm repeating my mantras all day, like driving, cooking, cleaning. I'm smart and like, and
Yeah.
that changed your mind a lot.
It does. And I love that we're in that generation now that we're teaching that to our kids because we're like in this conscious new era. And so now the kids are not going to be fucked up like we are. They're going to be for other reasons, but at least they're going to be very confident and very secure on themselves because we're validating them. We're teaching them how to do all of these things and to be grateful and, to just look at problems with solutions instead of guilt or just staying and dwelling on what's wrong and all that. So I'm actually excited for the future. Even if we
Yeah.
didn't get it, we're gonna give it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because we have more tools
Yeah,
and we feel better. But
exactly.
doesn't mean like you will not have bad times. You
No,
can
of
you
course.
can get wrong days, bad days, everything. Like 2 days ago, I was crying. I didn't know why, and I know I was my period. But even if you have all these tools, don't feel bad if you cannot coming along. That is the word. Like when you cannot like keep everything okay, even
Yeah,
if you know all these tools.
exactly. Yeah, like life happens, there's ups and downs, and it's about like surfing it. Like I'm going through a lot right now, like crazy. I haven't slept in 4 days, but I'm still here. It doesn't define my work. It doesn't define what I do. It doesn't define my mood, and I'll deal with it the best way I can and, learn from it and then move
Yeah,
on.
actually, the other day I saw a video that say, doesn't matter how you feel today, your value is the same.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you look either, or if your weight fluctuates, you're like a little bigger one day and then a little slimmer, your worth is always the same. Like that doesn't change. It never change.
Yeah, and now it's something I understand. Like, doesn't matter what I did here, what kind of work, my value is the same.
Exactly. And also, you're not your worst moment. You know what I mean? Like we all have bad moments. They don't define who you are. We all have bad moments. We're human. We're gonna make mistakes.
And you never know, like, what I say a lot before is, okay, what I have to learn from this to make me better. And I think the plan of God was such a great plan because now I can recognize myself from before.
Yes.
Like my empathy is way better. I'm more nice with people. I understand of everybody. Like everybody is the same now for me. Maybe before I was kind of mean because I was the model and everything. But now, like I have this like shower of reality, and now I
Yeah.
feel okay. This is what I had to learn before, and now God has such a good plan for me here.
Yeah, I think that it's important to do everything out of love and like that's all you're gonna get and everything's gonna open up for you. Like when you come from a place of like, I'm better, I'm, this and that, then, it shatters so easily because when things don't happen for you, then it's like a hit. It's like, okay, I'm worth nothing. I wasn't what I thought I was. But if you have like loving intentions and you are also prepared to fail, which is very important, that you don't, we're taught to feel guilty when we make mistakes. But the new leadership is basically saying that you have to make space for mistakes so that everyone grows, everyone like builds together and everyone works as a team and you're in a safe space because everyone's gonna make mistakes. So
Somebody told me sometimes, oh, maybe it was a mistake. You go to America.
mhm.
I say, no, I don't think even in my more like dark moment, I never thought that.
Yeah.
I had like that was a good plan to come here, and I did whatever I have to do, and now I'm in my right moment. Like now I feel great. I'm super grateful with America. It's like I'm ready for more, you know?
I love that. Same here. I also started as a nanny, a waitress, all that. And after having a career, and I thought, I was never going to make it. I was never going to be happy. And now I'm a homeowner, I'm a business owner. I have a great community. I have a loving partner. Like it's like you can make whatever you put yourself to do.
Exactly. Just discipline. Good
Exactly.
actor. Yeah.
Yes. So what would you say that is like the key ingredient to go from surviving to thriving and being happy?
Resilience.
Resilience? Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here and coming to talk with me to my podcast. This was really nice.
I'm super happy to be here. Hopefully, my English is good for everyone. Can we put subtitles?
We will, but don't worry that your English is perfect and I understood everything and everyone's going to understand anything. And if not, we're going to put it in the comments. We're going to answer whatever questions you have. I'm also going to put all of her handles and her links and everything. So if you have any questions, please like, comment, and subscribe for more.
Okay,
Bye.
one more thing. Remember, guys, if she asked me something, I answered something different. I was a Miss Bolivia, Miss all these beauty pageants. Usually they ask something and you have to answer something different. Big joke.
That's
I'm pretty
hilarious.
smart. Thank you, Vero. See you soon.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Thank you.
Bye.